Welcome to this comprehensive exploration of one of the most heart-wrenching true crime cases in recent memory, the murder of 11-year-old Gannon Stauch. Please subscribe and like this video. Now, let's dive into the case. In the quiet, family-oriented neighborhood of Lorson Ranch in Colorado Springs, what began as a routine report of a missing child on January 27, 2020, unraveled into a tale of deception, violence, and ultimate betrayal by the one person entrusted to protect him, his stepmother, Letecia Stauch. Over the next 2 hours, we'll delve deeply into the timeline, the evidence, the lies, and the long path to justice, drawing from public records, arrest affidavits, trial testimonies, and investigative reports. This story is not just about a crime, it's about the fragility of family bonds, the power of forensic science, and the resilience of a community searching for answers. Gannon, born September 29, 2008 in South Carolina, was a bright, energetic boy who loved Sonic the Hedgehog, Nintendo games, and outdoor adventures. He was known for his kind heart, helpful nature, and close relationships with his biological parents, Al Stauch and Landon Hiatt, formerly Bullard. But behind the facade of a blended family lay tensions that would culminate in tragedy. Letecia Stauch, a former teacher, married Al in 2015, blending households that included Gannon, his younger half-sister Lena, and Letecia's teenage daughter Harley Hunt. By 2019, the family had relocated to Colorado for Al's job with the Air National Guard. Public records reveal early signs of strain. Letecia had been fired from teaching positions amid complaints, and her internet searches in late January 2020 showed queries for jobs and apartments in California and Florida, signaling dissatisfaction. As we unpack this case, remember, all details are sourced from publicly available data, ensuring an accurate and respectful retelling. Let's begin with the family dynamics that set the stage for this unimaginable horror. To understand the tragedy of Gannon Stauch's murder, we must first examine the family background that preceded it. Letecia Hardin, born in 1983 in South Carolina, pursued a career in education, earning a degree and working as a special education teacher in Horry County schools from 2010 to 2019. Colleagues described her as dedicated but volatile, with reports of unprofessional conduct leading to her resignation in 2019 amid an investigation. Public employment records show complaints about her behavior, including issues with student interactions and workplace conflicts. In 2015, Letecia married Al Stauch, a devoted father and Air National Guard technician, after meeting online. Al had primary custody of Gannon following a separation from Landon Hiatt, Gannon's biological mother, who remained in South Carolina. Gannon, born prematurely with health issues like bowel problems, split time between parents, but lived mainly with Al and Letecia in Colorado by 2019. The household included Lena, born in 2017 to Al and Letecia, and Harley Hunt, Letecia's 17-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. From the start, blending families proved challenging. Court documents and trial testimonies reveal Letecia's growing resentment toward her step-parent role. In text messages extracted from her phone, she complained of feeling like a babysitter for Al's children, expressing frustration with Gannon's behavior and Al's frequent absences for work. During the 2023 trial, Al Stauch testified that Letecia was manipulative, recounting how she would exaggerate minor incidents to gain sympathy or control. For instance, in December 2019, Letecia's phone records showed searches for "how to leave your husband" and apartment listings indicating marital discord. By January 2020, these searches intensified. On January 25th and 26th, she viewed job postings in Los Angeles, California, and Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, and Pensacola, Florida, using moving cost calculators, signaling she was planning an exit from the marriage. As we unpack this case, remember, all details are sourced from publicly available data, ensuring an accurate and respectful retelling. Welcome to this comprehensive exploration of one of the most heart-wrenching true crime cases in recent memory, the murder of 11-year-old Gannon Stauch. Please subscribe and like this video. Now, let's dive into the case. In the quiet, family-oriented neighborhood of Lorson Ranch in Colorado Springs, what began as a routine report of a missing child on January 27, 2020, unraveled into a tale of deception, violence, and ultimate betrayal by the one person entrusted to protect him, his stepmother, Letecia Stauch. Over the next 2 hours, we'll delve deeply into the timeline, the evidence, the lies, and the long path to justice, drawing from public records, arrest affidavits, trial testimonies, and investigative reports. This story is not just about a crime, it's about the fragility of family bonds, the power of forensic science, and the resilience of a community searching for answers. Gannon, born September 29, 2008 in South Carolina, was a bright, energetic boy who loved Sonic the Hedgehog, Nintendo games, and outdoor adventures. He was known for his kind heart, helpful nature, and close relationships with his biological parents, Al Stauch and Landon Hiatt, formerly Bullard. But behind the facade of a blended family lay tensions that would culminate in tragedy. Letecia Stauch, a former teacher, married Al in 2015, blending households that included Gannon, his younger half-sister Lena, and Letecia's teenage daughter Harley Hunt. By 2019, the family had relocated to Colorado for Al's job with the Air National Guard. Public records reveal early signs of strain. Letecia had been fired from teaching positions amid complaints, and her internet searches in late January 2020 showed queries for jobs and apartments in California and Florida, signaling dissatisfaction. As we unpack this case, remember, all details are sourced from publicly available data, ensuring an accurate and respectful retelling. Let's begin with the family dynamics that set the stage for this unimaginable horror. To understand the tragedy of Gannon Stauch's murder, we must first examine the family background that preceded it. Letecia Hardin, born in 1983 in South Carolina, pursued a career in education, earning a degree and working as a special education teacher in Horry County schools from 2010 to 2019. Colleagues described her as dedicated but volatile, with reports of unprofessional conduct leading to her resignation in 2019 amid an investigation. Public employment records show complaints about her behavior, including issues with student interactions and workplace conflicts. In 2015, Letecia married Al Stauch, a devoted father and Air National Guard. Concealing evidence. Receipts confirmed the purchase at 5:14 p.m., found later in the family Volkswagen Tiguan. Lena returned from school at 3:15 p.m. Letecia claimed Gannon was napping in her bed and instructed Lena to play outside. Surveillance showed Lena riding her bike from 3:30 to 3:42 p.m., giving Letecia time to alter the scene. Texts between Letecia, Harley, and Al from 3:41 to 4:20 p.m. discussed dinner plans, with no mention of Gannon's absence. At 3:55 p.m., Al texted Gannon again, "Hey buddy," but the message wasn't read until 7:40 p.m., evidence Gannon was deceased. Harley arrived home at 4:42 p.m. in a white Jetta, picked up Lena and left, allowing Letecia more time alone. At 4:52 p.m., Letecia texted Harley for additional supplies, emphasizing urgency. By 6:55 p.m., Letecia called 911, reporting Gannon as a runaway who left at 3:15 p.m. to play with a friend. Deputies arrived at 10:09 p.m., noting a strong cleaner smell and an altered bedroom. Bedding moved to the laundry, bed pushed against the wall, no obvious struggle. Body camera footage showed discrepancies from the morning photos, sheets changed, room rearranged. The affidavit highlights how Letecia manipulated Gannon's phone post-mortem, searching, "Can Nintendo find my Switch if lost?" to simulate his activity. Al, away in Oklahoma, received frantic texts but nothing indicating foul play. The affidavit describes blood traces on the Tiguan's rear bumper, passenger seats, and glove box area, suggesting body transport. ADT motion sensors confirmed no movement between 10:16 a.m. and 2:19 p.m., except upstairs-downstairs activity post-return, aligning with cleanup. Phone inactivity during the murder window, 2:14 to 4:30 p.m., was key in trial testimony, with analyst Kevin Clark stating, "Phone pings at dump sites and searches like, in the case of a missing child, admitted possible guilt." Letecia's stories began evolving immediately. In initial interviews, she stuck to the runaway narrative, but by January 29th, she claimed a rape by Eduardo during the afternoon, blacking out and waking to Gannon gone. The affidavit debunks this with no injuries or evidence, noting her agitation when asked for a rape exam. She said, "I would do anything to figure out who Eduardo is," but refused the exam, claiming, "That's disgusting, I'm not doing that." This day marked the start of an elaborate cover-up. As the affidavit concludes, Letecia undertook numerous steps to conceal the crime, including vehicle rentals and body disposal. The community's response was immediate. Searches began that night, with hundreds of volunteers braving Colorado's winter cold. But as we'll see, Letecia's deception only deepened. The disappearance of Gannon Stauch triggered one of the largest searches in Colorado history, but it was Letecia's web of deception that transformed it into a homicide investigation. On January 28, 2020, with no sign of Gannon, Letecia rented a white Kia Rio at 8:30 a.m. from Avis. She texted Harley to pull her car into the garage, then parked the family Volkswagen Tiguan at the Colorado Springs Airport at 10:45 a.m. Later, evidence showed Gannon's body was in the trunk, per blood traces. She picked up Al from the airport, stopped at King Soopers and Wendy's, but her phone searched, "Can Nintendo find my Switch?" at 12:59 p.m., a query tied to Gannon's missing console. At 4:04 p.m., investigators requested Gannon's toothbrush for DNA. Letecia texted Al at 4:19 p.m., expressing concern. "Police asking for toothbrushes. This is weird." That night, between 7:02 p.m. and midnight into January 29th, Letecia used the Tiguan to dump Gannon's remains near Highway 105 and Perry Park Road in Douglas County. GPS data showed the vehicle in a rural area from 8:30 to 10:20 p.m., with phone pings north of the U.S. Air Force Academy and south of Douglas County. From 9:16 to 9:28 p.m., the Tiguan entered and exited the area, where searchers later found a blood-stained particle board matching Gannon's DNA. Harley picked up Letecia near Powers and Carefree at 10:26 p.m., as she texted investigators at 10:45 p.m., denying involvement and claiming a setup. On January 29th, Letecia returned the Kia Rio at 9 a.m., picked up by Harley's white Jetta. At 11:30 a.m., surveillance captured her washing the Tiguan, noticing blood on the bumper. She arrived 2 hours late for an interview at the El Paso County Sheriff's Office, EPSO, bringing handwritten notes. The Tiguan was wet, with carpet brushes and fibers in the dishwasher at home, along with an empty vinegar gallon, signs of cleanup. In the interview, Letecia spun her first major lie. A Hispanic man named Eduardo, later Eduardo, from a construction site, raped her and abducted Gannon over the carpet burn. She claimed blacking out, waking to blood, and cleaning up. When asked for a rape exam, she agitated, saying, "I'm really hungry, I'm thirsty, my lips are chapped." She was transported to the hospital but refused the exam, faking an anxiety attack. "I can't breathe, it's claustrophobic." Paramedics found her normal, and she left without notice, reuniting with Harley. Letecia's stories evolved rapidly. In wiretapped calls to Al, she offered versions. Gannon fell off a bike from a Craigslist seller named Quincy Brown, who abducted him. A pregnant woman involved in money laundering forced her to Petco.
drug cartels targeted her. In one call, Al pleaded, "If you know it's an accident, are you going to stand by me?" Letecia replied, "I'm sorry for all the stories, I just didn't know what to do." She described elaborate details. He was bleeding from the head, the guy took him to 911, but no evidence supported these claims. The affidavit notes she provided explanations for unreleased evidence, like blood on the particle board, indicating insider knowledge. Web searches were damning. On January 28th, can police track rental cars? January 29th, daughter finds out stepmom killed Gannon. February 1st, how to pass a lie detector. She faked polygraphs, posting results online. Phone data showed no searches for Gannon during the manhunt, but queries like, "In case of a missing child, what happens?" and "My kid is missing, what do I do?" On January 31st, from 4:16 to 5:13 p.m., she returned to the dump site in a rented Nissan Altima to check or cover remains. Blood evidence emerged February 1st, over 200 stains in the home, matching Gannon's DNA with traces in the Tiguan. Blue Star revealed hidden pools, indicating massive loss, consistent with autopsy findings of 18 stabs, chest, back, and head, 4 skull fractures, and a gunshot. He was poisoned with hydrocodone, suffering horrific hours before death. By February 1st to 3rd, with brother Dakota Lowery's unwitting help, Letecia retrieved the body, stuffed it in a suitcase, blood and DNA matched, and rented a white Enterprise van. Driving 1,300 miles east via Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, she tossed the suitcase off the Escambia River Bridge in Pace, Florida, on February 3rd to 4th. Hotel records near the bridge from February 4th confirmed her stay, with Harley sleeping unawares. GPS trackers in rentals tied her to the route. Public tips flooded in. Landon and Al pleaded on TV, with hashtag Justice for Gannon trending. Letecia's social media posts begged for Gannon's return, but phone data showed minimal effort. February 5th, blood confirmed in home and car. February 11th, case upgraded to homicide. February 15th, Letecia fled to Myrtle Beach. February 28th, arrest warrant issued for first-degree murder, child abuse causing death, tampering with a deceased body, and evidence tampering. On March 2nd, 2020, the FBI arrested Letecia Stauch in a Myrtle Beach, South Carolina hotel while visiting family. The 32-page affidavit, leaked online and later officially released, detailed the violent event: 18 stabs, beating, shooting, and a cross-country cover-up. Extradited to Colorado on March 5th, she faced initial charges: first-degree murder after deliberation and child under 12, child abuse resulting in death, tampering with a deceased body, and tampering with evidence. Bond was denied. The affidavit outlined how Letecia provided wildly changing stories with erratic behavior like wild accusations and fake anxiety attacks. During transport, on March 11th, she attacked a deputy, breaking restraints and threatening, "She keeps threatening me." This incident added assault charges, highlighting her volatility. Pre-trial was a saga of delays and drama, spanning 3 years due to COVID, legal maneuvers, and competency issues. Letecia fired attorneys multiple times, briefly self-representing in 2021, writing letters to the judge requesting to represent herself and changing her plea. She underwent at least 3 competency hearings, with evaluations deeming her competent despite claims of mental illness. In February 2022, she pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, alleging dissociative identity disorder, DID, from childhood abuse. State psychologists rejected this, calling
In her sane and manipulative with narcissistic traits, she accused Al of abuse and cartel involvement, baseless claims dismissed by the court. Motions suppressed some evidence, but core forensics remained. The trial was delayed 13 times, pushing it to March 2023. During jail time, notes revealed escape plots, measuring windows, stealing a broom for a weapon. Public reports from the affidavit and trial recaps note her reading books on mental illness to pick up things that would support an insanity defense. Harley testified to no prior mental health treatment or personality changes, saying, "Had you ever seen your mom change personalities into someone she isn't? No." The prosecution emphasized conscious decisions like driving to Florida as evidence of sanity. As Judge Gregory Werner stated in sentencing, this is the most horrific case in 32 years. The pre-trial phase exposed Letecia's tactics, setting up a high-stakes battle over her mental state. Jury selection began March 20th, 2023, openings on April 3. Prosecutor Michael Allen called it premeditated evil. Defense argued insanity from DID. Week 1, Al testified tearfully, identifying Gannon's photo. "That's my boy." A 2-hour FBI recorded call played, with Al pressing, "What is there to hide from?" Harley described manipulation. "Sometimes she would backhand me." Forensics showed 200+ bloodstains, DNA matches. Medical examiner Dr. Leon Kelly detailed autopsy, defensive wounds, death from trauma. Analyst Kevin Clark's timeline, phone inactivity, GPS at sites, searches admitting guilt. Psychiatrists rejected DID. Defense's Dr. Dorothy Otnow-Newis argued alters like Maria Sanchez. Letecia didn't testify. Closings May 5th, guilty on all counts May 8th, sentencing May 9th. Life without parole plus 156 years. No remorse. Appeal ongoing as of 2026. Gannon's legacy lives through foundations for missing children. Letecia serves life in prison. Appeal focuses on juror bias. This case highlights family violence red flags and forensic power. Report abuse. Honor Gannon. Thank you for watching.